Yo, 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 yo. You know what time it is. I'm finna drop y'all some memes, man. You know, I ain't dropped no memes in a hot second. So, all my subscribers, that wanna get this knowledge, I'm here for you tonight. God put a little powerful message on my mind. And the thing about being chosen and the memes, it's just about the level of appreciation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference when you chosen and you appreciate and you show your appreciation from a person who is not chosen and they don't really know the meaning of appreciation. You feel what I'm saying? It's levels to everything, okay? So the level of being chosen and understanding the level of appreciation, it starts with like the chosen ones appreciate everything, bro. Like everything has a significant meaning to a chosen one. You feel what I'm saying? So, like when you give somebody something and they chosen, like say for instance, like I remember back in the day, RP, my homeboy Charles Wallace, but it was one of my good friends. You know what I'm saying? Like he the only real person that really accepted me besides my ass mafia family, you know what I'm saying? But I remember going over his house, right? So we was playing basketball. It was after basketball practice, and just so happened Charles Wallace is the only person my mom let me hang out with. So I go over his house. Man, I swear I had some busted down Nikes. I never forget. And he had a closet full of shoes. He was one of them spar guys. His mama, spoiled him, and he had a big brother that, did his thing. So he was spoiled, you feel me? But I never forget, he had a closet full of shoes. And, man, we connected because we both like Kobe, and we was just Timmer talking, and we was talking about practice, and he was showing me the game, like he was showing me, telling me things that I need to step up on to be a better basketball player, and cause he was cold, he had game, but so with us both sitting there talking about Kobe and stuff like that, he just like, man, you bro, like he looked down at my shoes, he was like, man, you can't be hanging around me and you got those on. Like, I mean, they was Nike, but they was ran down. My mom, she was tight on money. You know what I'm saying? I had two twin brothers. You feel me? So, money was tight. All right. So, needless to say, like he looked down, like, nah, man, you can't hang with me with those on. So, he went in his closet and he got some Jordans. They was old, but they was Jordans. So I'm like, hey, I ain't never owned no pair of Jordans. You hear me? Like, this is my first pair of Jordans. Like, alright, for real. He gave them to me. He was like, man, here, man, this for me. He was like, man, take those off. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, throw them in the trash. You hear me? He's like, matter of fact, leave those here with me. I'll make sure they go in the trash. You know what I'm saying? So it was so funny. But yeah, he ended up giving me the J's. Man, I never forget. He ended up passing away. You know what I'm saying? Because he got into an altercation. I ain't going into all that, but he ended up passing away. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget, man. I wore them shoes until, man, my feet was, I had outgrown them, so I had to ball my feet up just to get in the shoes. Like, man, the shoes that like my toes started popping out the shoe. That's when I had to stop wearing them. You know what I'm saying? Like I wore them shoes so much. I was so grateful and I appreciated them shoes so much because not only it was my first pair of Jordans, but like it meant something to me, especially after he passed away. You feel what I'm saying? So it was just like the level of appreciation behind them shoes. You feel me? And it just felt different. It hit different. It's like, say for instance, like when you give somebody that's something, when you give somebody something that's not chosen, okay? Like, alright, prime example. You give the less fortunate out on the streets right, $10, $15. You know what I'm saying? Like some like decent, like a whole $20 bill. You feel me? Instead of just, on particular days they just get them dollars. People may hit them with $2 or $3, third, $4. You know, but you hit this man with a whole $20 bill. Okay, so once you hit them with a $20 bill, he not gonna appreciate it as much as somebody that's chosen. And what I mean by that is, off the simple fact, he not gonna use the $20 on things that he really need. You feel what I'm saying? He may go spend it on some drink, or he may just go spend it on his next high, or he may just do whatever with it. You feel what I'm saying? But that's not me to judge him. I'm not judging him or her, whoever get that blessing. But it's just a level of appreciation. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like, not every homeless person or less fortunate person may feel like this, but it just like, you get that energy when you do things. You feel what I'm saying? So when you get that energy and they touch that dollar, that energy transfer into you. And if you chosen, you know what I mean? Like when they hand touch that dollar and you touching that dollar still, it's like they energy. Like you can kind of like sense why they out there, read why they out there, see if they genuine, know they heart. You feel what I'm saying? Just like reading the room. You feel what I'm saying? So you can feel that. So like them the ones that I'm talking about, that you can feel that energy. Like, nah, I can't do that one no more. But at the same time, you get your blessing, so don't even worry about it. But it's just the fact that the appreciation level is not as high as yours. Like you got more appreciation out of giving him or her the money. You feel what I'm saying? You got more appreciation out of that. Then he even got appreciated, or she even appreciated. You feel what I'm saying? They may say thank you, God bless you, and walk off. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to the next car. You feel me? But hey, it's for each his own. I'm blessed that I ain't gotta go out here and panhandle. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to the people that's out there panhandling, man. My heart goes out to y'all. But what I'm saying is, it's just like the level of appreciation that some people share is incredible. Like when you get your diploma, or like when you just reach a milestone that it's been a quest to get to, and you finally hit it. Like, yes. Like when you going to work and you finally get that day where you become, the manager pull you to the office like, man, you've been working here 15 years. I'm finally going to move you up and let you be a manager, or move up your salary, or you get a raise that you deserve, or, you know what I'm saying? Like that appreciation, that joy that you feel inside, that glorification, that satisfaction that you feel, that urea. It's the urea, like, eureka, I finally did it. That appreciation, that is what boosts your manifestation. That is what boosts the level of love and the level of dedication that you put into things. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you put your all into things, like, 9/10 of the time, you may not get your all out of it, but you got to appreciate the little bit that you do get, because them still stepping stones, them still valuable moments that you can share, or you can possibly give knowledge, or that you can possibly just use to create even more energy into yourself, to pour more energy into yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, appreciate you. Appreciation start with self, though, because that's where self-love is. It all come in play. You gotta love yourself. You gotta know yourself. You gotta know your worth. You gotta appreciate yourself. You gotta walk with confidence. You gotta understand yourself. If you don't understand yourself, you're not gonna be able to understand anybody else. If you can't coach yourself or teach yourself or instruct yourself, how you gonna instruct, teach, or help anybody else? If you can't help yourself, how you gonna help anybody else? That's why I say, when your cup not filled, you can't fill nobody else's cup. You feel what I'm saying? But it's the appreciation of things that you get that brings more into your life. You feel what I'm saying? Like the small bit of appreciation, like you go to an interview and you just show that person that's interviewing you the smallest amount of appreciation. Just him taking the time out just to interview you, for one. Or him just taking the time out just to even call you in to sit down and talk to you, because he could be doing a million other things. Or he could be using this time to interview somebody else that's probably even more qualified than you to get that position. You feel what I'm saying? But you there for a reason. So that's the first thing you got to appreciate. You got to appreciate the reason. I'm here for a reason, so I'm going to appreciate that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to school for a reason. I'm going to appreciate that. You feel me? Like, I'm married, I got kids for a reason. I appreciate that. You feel what I'm saying? I go through my struggles for a reason. And I appreciate that. And not saying that's going to bring more struggle because I appreciate the struggle. Because I said appreciation, it brings in more. But no, you appreciate the struggle because if you didn't go through the struggle, you wouldn't have the knowledge. You wouldn't gain the wisdom that you get from going through the struggle. You feel what I'm saying? Like your lights getting cut off. You gotta appreciate that. Alright, for one, your lights getting cut off if it wasn't from weather or cause like that, then 9/10 of the time your lights got cut off because you didn't pay the bill. So you gotta appreciate that. Okay. Now what you gotta do? Sometimes you may have to go get candles. Sometimes you may gotta invest in flashlights. Sometimes you gotta go get a cooler so you can put your food in the refrigerator, depending on how long your lights is out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta appreciate that, because guess what? You learning something throughout that time. You learning how to keep your food cold. You learning how to survive without lights. How to use flashlights. How to use a candle to find your way sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when my lights was out, like, you can ask my oldest daughter. It's like, when my lights was out, like, we had to straight cook with, like, candles. Like, you know the little, the banquets, when you go to banquets and they got the little 4 candles? Man, we used to cook on those, man. For at least a week until the lights got cut back on. You feel me? I've been through them struggles. So that's why I'm able to talk about it. But I appreciate those struggles, because them struggles gave me the knowledge. So if my lights ever do get cut out, which I don't plan on it because I pay my bill, but if my lights ever do get cut out, I know how to survive without lights. You feel what I'm saying? I appreciate that struggle. Just like me going to prison. I appreciate that. Because if I didn't, I'd probably be out here hothead. Wouldn't have the knowledge that I have now. Wouldn't have been able to slow down. You know what I'm saying? And probably on a whole nother road. But I had to isolate myself, slow down for a minute, to find out that, hold up, you chosen. You gotta walk different. You the light. You a messenger. Google your name. I had to sit down and get that. But if I didn't, guess what? I probably wouldn't even know what I know now. I probably would, but I probably wouldn't even be in the right mentality to sit down and teach it. You feel me? Nothing bad happened to me because I'm chosen. And I'm protected. Divinely guided. And I live righteousness. I really do. I don't care what nobody think, nobody say. But can't nobody say I ever really disrespected them. That's one thing a person can't say. And if I have, I try to make amends with you to settle it, squash it, to turn the other cheek. You feel what I'm saying? I think I have gotten taken advantage of a lot. You feel me? Just because I am who I am. But guess what? Do I care? No. I do care about getting taken advantage of, but I mean, at the same time, if a person taking advantage of you, that means what? You gotta appreciate that. That means you that guy, no matter how bad they talk about you, they try to put salt in your name. They try to just, you feel me? Take your kindness for weakness. No matter how bad they do that, they're still making them look bad. Because guess what? Deep down in their heart, they know that you ain't never did nothing to them. Or disrespected them. Or made them feel some type of way. Just tried to help them and elevate them and motivate them. They know that. So they can spread their rumors. Appreciate that. Because then you know who is your friend and who is not your friend. You see what I'm saying? It's the level of appreciation. But like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know what time it is. We make it make sense. We make it make sense. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Love.